Modeling can be a tough business at the best of times, but when you're black, the situation is compounded.
Has black beauty finally come of age, or is it all just an exotic illusion?
Diversity is very in this year. Let's hope it's not a passing trend.
But top models say it's falling back on old habits when it comes to casting supermodels. And fashion icons Naomi Campbell and Amon are demanding more diversity on the runway.
If a runway show features only white models or just one black model out of dozens, is that artistic expression or is it racism?
Vogue had 272 ads featuring only white people versus 38 featuring people of color. 2013, Beth Ann Hardison, a diversity advocate and a former model, wrote an open letter calling out specific designers who had featured 1 or 0 women of color in their runway shows around the world.
I think they're ignorant and they're arrogant.
High-end labels, they didn't really want to dress for black country curvy girls. And we couldn't afford designer dresses and couture.
Did you think that it was great that they were representing Native American culture?
Of course, listen, we're in New York. It's a great thing. We had one Asian, one red hair, colored, blonde. We had all of them.
Okay. And are you excited that there's like no more racism in the fashion industry?
Yeah, I am happy.
Yeah. I'm glad we like solved racism. Like, yes. Check. Yes.
But fashion is the most racist bit of business out right now.
The act of not choosing models of color is racist.
We've all kind of been brainwashed into thinking like these Eurocentric Caucasian features are what is attractive.
My first agent here changed my name from Precious to Victoria.
A lot of the times, designers and clients don't really know where to put me. They're like, is she white, is she black?
There are things that I did to compromise my authenticity in order to get my foot in the door, such as straightening my hair, changing what I wore.
Hi, my name's Leomie Anderson. I'm 24 years old and I've been modeling for nearly 11 years now.
When I was backstage at a show, one of the team members asked the makeup artist who's ready for makeup, and when it actually came down to it, she only had one brown foundation, which wasn't my shade, and she was trying to mix it with foundation, which was for a white model to try and make my colour, my skin tone. And it was just looking mad ashy, and I just said to her, hi, by any chance, do you actually have any foundation in my colour? And she was just like, no. So I brought out my makeup bag and I said, okay, so this is what I use for my concealer, this is what I use for my foundation, and I had to, bring out my makeup bag in order to get my makeup done successfully. And it's kind of a situation that a lot of black models run into during Fashion Week, that either the makeup artists are ill-equipped or are not very confident in doing dark skin, and as a result, we either walk down the runway looking really ashy or we have to correct our makeup in the toilet. The fashion industry, I would say that they take a lot of inspiration from black culture, from, African art, for example, and then when it doesn't translate on the runway, yeah, of course, it does make people upset, because why are we not included? I would definitely say that there has been a lot more positive attitude, a lot more of a positive attitude towards making the runways a lot more diverse. I feel like race is always one of those taboo subjects that people are very touchy to discuss. People don't want to speak too much about it, and no change actually come from it, because then it's just all talk. And black models themselves as well sometimes feel a bit of a way to speak about it, because sometimes they can feel like if I speak about it too vocally, then some people might not want to work with me, etc.
So things are changing.
Fashion is becoming a little more diverse, but we still have a long way to go.
We have to tokenize in order to normalize, but I don't want this shift to be commodified as a trend. I want it to be a reality.
We need more people that have more power and influence to open their mind to different types of beauty.
We can all come to a compromise and everyone can be happy, as opposed to like me attacking the fashion industry and that kind of thing. I think it's one of those scenarios where it has to be spoken about in order for any change to come, and I don't think people should be scared to have a conversation about race in fashion.